we've got a couple of things that are going on simultaneously. One is, as I mentioned, the crate conversion from paper to crates. So what we're looking at over the long term for our business to grow in the packaging space is we kind of have an idea of where the paper carton manufacturers are today. So we are looking at the paper manufacturers and saying, this is what they do. This is the customers they serve. This is the markets they're in. What is it that we can do as a packaging company producing plastic to kind of get into that space? And why would it be feasible for us as a plastic manufacturer to even consider getting into paper manufacturing? And what would be the benefits for us? Well, very simple. As I mentioned in that we are doing this pilot study, we believe that there is an opportunity for even better results coming from returnable plastics than using one-way paper cartons. Why? Because one-way paper cartons, 160,000 tons of paper waste gets sent to landfills every year, and this is kind of this. The problem that we have is with this one-way packaging environment. We believe plastic plays a big role and has a space to fill there. So we have been spending a lot of time analyzing where we could play potentially in the paper carton space and convert paper carton to returnable plastic carton. So imagine for a minute the shampoo bottles coming from Unilever. They come in a box of 48 in a box. Why would that box have to be thrown away after it's been shipped to the customer? We would simply want to return that box back to the customer or to the supplier and be able to ship another 48 shampoo bottles. And that's really the purpose of the pilot study that we're doing in November. But we're going a little bit beyond that. We're now doing a detailed investigation into what is called bubble board, or what they call they call it flexi board, but we call it bubble board. But it's effectively the same as corrugated paper, but it's just corrugated paper made of recycled plastic. So it's an extruded laminated layer of recycled plastic material, which gets put into a simple extruder, and that extruder creates an equivalent of corrugated plastic board, like you would see corrugated brown cardboard cartons. You produce exactly the same concept using a plastic laminated material. Now, what that does is it gives us the two advantages. One is that we can use recycled material from landfills. We don't have to worry about going to buy virgin material. So it gives us the ability to take a lot of waste out of the environment. The second thing it does is it gives the user the ability to reuse, because a plastic carton versus a paper carton. A plastic carton is far more durable, giving it much more life, far longer life cycle, and much better return on investment, considering that the paper carton is only about 85% cost of a plastic carton. So a plastic carton costs around 15% more than a paper carton. So if you're buying a paper carton for $1, the plastic carton is $1.15. But when you amortize that over a life cycle of 80 to 100 cycles, then you're removing $1 80 times from the cycle. So the long-term effects are a huge saving for the distributor or the user of the carton, and it doesn't end up in going into landfills and into waste bins. So the reality is a huge, massive savings for the economy and for the environment. So we believe that that's really where innovation is going to likely go to in the East African market. Is we're going to have to think about carefully how are we going to make packaging more sustainable? And by the way, that's exactly what's happened with South Africa. South Africa, we've changed the narrative. You know, originally our logo was we make packaging raw like a lion. Now we are saying we make packaging sustainable. So that's in principle what we're trying to do. We're trying to achieve a sustainable model with plastic at the forefront of that sustainability.